Hi, thanks for joining me today. I wanted to share this really cute bookmark that I made. Okay, so to start, what I did was I took my 2 tags die, that is by Stampin' Up, and it has the 2 tags on there. And I ran this through my machine twice, and each time I used a double layered paper. And the first time I ran it through using just one of my boxes from one of my microwave dinners that I eat for lunch. I like to save those and use those because it's a cardboard type. It's not real heavy, but it's heavy enough so that it gives your project some support. So, and it's free. So you're going to throw it away anyway, so why not use it? So I cut that out, and then I also ran through in my machine through some cardstock so I could just use the cardstock. Okay, so then I have that all punched out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my layer of cardstock and I'm going to apply that over the top of my card. I'm just going to add some adhesive. I'm just going to throw the adhesive right here on the box itself, and then take my tag and line it up, and then put that over top of my cardboard cutout, like so. So this is, you know, pretty sturdy. And on the back side, because my box was white on the inside, I've got a white covering. So you got to remember that if you have a box that has coloring on the inside, you may want to cover the back of that. It's just totally up to you and your preference and what your box is that you're using. Again, mine was white on the inside, as you can see, so it worked out perfect for me. Okay, next I'm using my River Rock ink and one of my little sponges. Again, I buy these sponges. All they are the cosmetic wedges you can get at the dollar stores. I like the way that they work, and I'm just going to kind of go around the outside of my project and kind of just sponge around the edges. Kind of take some of that, you know, that whiteness, the starkness off of my tag. Okay, so the first stamp I'm going to use is this round kind of squiggly bordery type stamp, and I'm going to push that onto my block. And what I want to do is I want to give this like a really, really light background effect. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to, you know, use my ink. And this one here, I'm using the River Rock for right now. And I want to just kind of stamp that off so that when I go to stamp, I'm just going to get like a really light background effect on there. I don't want it real dark. And, you know, you can change the way it looks. But I just wanted to give some kind of an effect. So I did that real light, so I have a little bit of like a little see-through background effect onto my bookmark. Then I'm going to take the crown from the same stamp set, and this time I'm going to be using my soft suede ink. And I just want to see what kind of effect I'm going to get there, and I want to kind of blot that off a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my crown at the top here. And I really like the colors of these together. It really gives it a vintage, aged look. And then I'm going to use the tower, the Eiffel Tower. Move this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to lay that out here on my paper. And then taking my glass block. And this one's a little bit big. Let me see if I have a smaller glass block. I do. I'm going to put that down on my image. And I want this done a little bit darker, so I'm going to be using my chocolate chip ink for this one. I'm going to place that right where I wanted it, and then stamp. So it's like that. And now that I have that image on, I'm going to go back with my crown, and I just want to add a few more crown pieces in there to kind of give that a little more interest to the tag. Okay, now for my words the amore, I'm going to take a transparency film. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that down, and let's see, I think I'm going to kind of use my guess I'll go ahead in here and use my chocolate chip ink on that, and I'm just going to find a corner on my piece of paper and just stamp that. And I'm going to give that a moment to dry, because what happens is I'm going to attach that onto my tag, and I want it to kind of lay over when I put that on. So again, I'm just going to, and you have to be careful anytime you're working with this transparency because it can smudge. So you really need to use like a StazOn type ink. I'm okay with the way that looks. So that way I can kind of place it and place it over. You could always just stamp it right onto your image too and just lay it over. And you know what, that looks fine too. If you don't have any transparency paper, I think that looks really cute. Okay, then all I'm going to do is take my little hole paper punch. I'm going to try and find the top and the center. I'm just going to punch a hole right through the top of that. Okay, now I have these epoxy stickers that I got from an SEI project that I was working on. And so I'm going to just take the G for my name, Graves, and I'm going to put one of those stickers onto the epoxy, or to, this is the Build-A-Brad kit that is offered through Stampin' Up. So I'm going to stick that in there, and then it comes with, it's a cute little kit. They come with the brads, and then they have these little like epoxy buttons that will go over. You can put a piece of paper in there. Kind of use anything that you want. And this is just a clear, I don't want to say it's a glue dot, but it's like an epoxy bubble that will sit over whatever you've put inside there to kind of protect it. And you just lay that over the top and press it on, and that will kind of help your image pop out. And it's shiny. I really like the look of this. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to put this onto my bookmark so that I know that this is mine. So just using a small paper hole punch, I'm going to punch a little hole down there. Let me see if I can find my little handheld punch. Okay, I can't find my little handheld punch this morning, so I'm just going to take my really thin scissors, and I'm going to just lightly, and if you have your piercing tool, you could do it with a piercing tool. I just put a little hole there just so that I could take my my button. I'm going to punch that on there, push that on there, I should say. And then I'm going to close the back of this up. And then I'm going to spin it. And then, you know, I'll know that that's my bookmark. And then to finish, I'm just going to take a little bit of some ribbon and feed that through my hole. And rather than just tie it like I normally would, I also have some of this twine. And I think this is something I got, I think, over at Tuesday Morning in one of my hauls. I think I might have paid like $1 for it, which I just loved the fibers that were in there. So I'm just going to take that, and I'm going to take my twine, and I'm going to tie off my ribbon using the twine. See if you can bear with me here 1 minute. And put that approximately where I think I want it. And then tie it again just to tie it off with a knot. And then, as close as I can, cut off my edges of my twine. And then we go in here and snip off the edges of my ribbon. You might want to make them a little bit longer. It's up to you and what you want. And then I can pull this and tighten this up. And there I get a really cute little bookmark that I've made for my book. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.